Hello! In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to add parents and families and students to your Seesaw class. Please check with your district first before doing this to find out if they have another way that they want you to add students or family members to your class. Let's go into the tool now. You can see that I'm inside my Seesaw classroom. At the bottom on the right-hand side, you can see I have a plus student and a plus family. If I was back out here, creating my class for the first time, I could also add parents and families, or I could come over here to the toolkit and add students or families. There's lots of options, but I'm going to use the one at the bottom right-hand corner. And I'm going to select students. And it asks me a really important question right away. Do I want students to sign into Seesaw using their Google account or an email address? If my district is Google Apps, that might be something that I choose. If not, I'm going to choose no. Do my students share devices? Will there be more than one student that selects the iPad to access Seesaw throughout the school year? Or do all my students have their own assigned device? In my case, they have assigned devices. Now I'm going to be able to start adding my students' names. Anjali. And I could also paste a list of students' names in this, maybe from a roster that I have already. Once I've added all my students' names, I'm going to go up to this checkbox here in the right-hand corner. And now it's giving me a walkthrough, step by step. What do I do to get my students in? It says I'm going to have them open up the app or navigate to the website. They're going to pick student. Or they could just scan this card. There's also a code at the bottom here, and it does tell me when it expires so that I can make sure that students don't enter my classroom when I'm not wanting them to enter it. And then it asks them to pick their name. I can print this out, or I can go back and keep adding students. If I select print this poster, it's going to open it up. I'm going to be able to print this out, and I'm going to be able to send this to whoever needs to have it or post it on my wall in my classroom. That's how I added students. Again, I may check with my district because they may populate them for me. To add families, I select families at the bottom, and I have a little brief synopsis of what does this mean. Families are going to be able to see the posts on their child's journal. Families are going to be able to get notifications about posts on their student's journal. And teachers are going to be able to send messages directly to family members. So I'm going to turn on family access. When I do that, it's asking me to make a connection between the student and the family member or guardian. It gives me a lot of options so I can add multiple family members for each student as necessary. And I'm going to need to put in their email address. If I don't have their email address, I can come up to print invites. And I have a lot of choices of languages already done for me. Click print invites. It's going to load it up, and it gives me direct directions on how to get them connected to their student that I can print up or I can share in an email. I could type in their own emails, or I can go up to share an invite link, and I can send this link out to parents in any way that I can communicate with them. Maybe I'm using a Remind app, or maybe I'm sending it via email. If I do know their names, I'm going to go ahead and type in their email address. And I'm going to be able to see, invite families. I'm going to see that the invite was sent. See here? It tells me that it's been sent. Now, it's up to the family member to accept the invite or not. We can't force them to. Then it asks down here at the bottom, there's a thing that says, what happens after I send an invite? And then it gives me even more directions on what are the parents going to be able to do. So now I want you to ask any questions that you have about adding students or family members in the discussion before, and talk with your district or building administrator about how would they like you best to add parents and families and students.